What's shaking, y'all? Been thinking about this entrepreneurship, this journey of being a business owner. It's the best decision that I've ever been allowed to make. Too many times, especially in education, and shout out to all of my educators because I would certainly not be who I was had I not been an educator for 21 years. School has always been something that's been a big part of me. I used to run away to school when I was about 3 years old. It was a nursery school across the street from my house. So school has always been that refuge and safe place for me. So it was very, very hard to walk away from some place that has always been my safe place, my place of refuge. So I was thankful to have teachers or people that believed in me, even in and around my community, that were helpful, that wasn't family, that never gave up on me, that helped me to reach my dreams. I can even think about the after school program, people at church, all of these people that are rooting for you. And yet and still sometimes we have situations where even in our own families, they're not rooting for you, or people that are jealous or envious. Those things are real. And those things are really, really hard to deal with. Very, very difficult. Because your family is your first teachers. But what happens when your first teachers, the people that's close to you, turn out to be monsters, but not even turn out to be. They were monsters from the beginning. So when we talk about generational curses, generational karma, if you will, how thought processes are passed down from one generation to the other, you would just think that in what we're dealing with now, people would get a wake-up call. When are we going to get it? We have to start with our own before we start venturing out. This lovely world that we live in today teaches us to look outside of yourself, outside of your family, outside of your community, which seems to be a direct contradiction to what we even learn from nature. I'm looking at these geese getting ready to take their flight. You see how we have, even in the animal world, where mothers care for their offspring. And in some species, the fathers are the primary caretaker. But essentially, in the natural world and the order of things, the youth, the offspring, are protected. Not all humans think that people should be protected. Not when you know that there is incest going on in your family. Oh, not knowing that there is a lot of different things going on. It's so funny. It's a cute little dog. Hey, baby, he's so cute. He's so cute. And it's just amazing how even from being a little girl, that the ugliness of the world that seeped through, I saw it in my family. Not just saw it, I was a victim. Incest is real. When you have family members trying to keep other family members away from each other because they're actually having sex, they're obsessed, and no one does anything about it. They cover it up. So of course, when you know the cycle of abuse, and that's what I'm so thankful for, where I would never want to become a monster, because of the monsters that were around me. But we perpetuate the things that we're a part of, or the things that we're done. Just like they say, there are some people you become your abuser because of that learned behavior. And then of course you have people that follow the complete opposite route and do something different. I'm one of those people that did something different. But I always wondered what I did as a little girl to deserve. What did I look like that made my cousins want to have sex with me? That was a little bit older. Was it because our parents were working and they were out there making money, and my father thought that I was in a safe place, and I was in probably the worst places that I could ever be? And I'm sure he never ever considered that, because he thought that I was in a safe place, just like school being that safe place for me. So I'm amazed at being an adult and certain things that I have about myself, or especially with that childhood trauma, because that is a motherfucker. I'm glad that I didn't become my abuser. I'm glad that I did not decide to be an overbearing mother and raise my children in fear. I am proud that I can show my former students an example of somebody that did suffer abuse and trauma, that you can still survive and make it and live abundantly. So I'm going to continue to be the witness, to be the change agent, to shed the light on things that people may not want to talk about. But we do need to have those conversations. So that's what I'm here for. If we ever get to that point to want to talk and deal with serious situations, then I'll be here. So until we're talking about that until that is on the plate, there's nothing else to talk about. Because we have generations or siblings, nieces, nephews, there are other people down the line, they're seeking answers and they want to know why. All I can say is start with your own and continue to seek, because all of the answers that we're looking for is right there, right around us. Just be vigilant and patient. Stay in prayer. And those answers that you're seeking, you'll get them.